History of the Esperanto language and the part played by the Theosophical movement by Dave Marsland of Cardiff Theosophical Society. I have written this piece to highlight the extent to which theosophical groups once played a significant role in promoting international communication through the use of Esperanto, and that the concept of a neutral international language aligns strongly with the aims of Theosophy. Leading Theosophist Annie Besant, 1847 to 1933, actively advocated the use of Esperanto as a means of promoting international communication and peace. Besant believed that Esperanto had the power to bridge linguistic barriers and facilitate a deeper connection between individuals of different nations and cultures. Her support for Esperanto exemplified the theosophical belief in the importance of global harmony and cooperation. Although in modern times the use of Esperanto in the theosophical movement has virtually died out, it was 100 years ago used by many theosophical groups to communicate internationally, and some theosophical texts, for example Light on the Path, Through the Gates of Gold and Idyll of the White Lotus by Mabel Collins, 1851 to 1927, were translated into Esperanto. Regular Esperanto classes were held at Cardiff Theosophical Society during the 1920s. Theosophical organisations, with their emphasis on spiritual unity and cross-cultural exchange, recognise the potential of Esperanto as a tool for global communication. Through their active participation and advocacy, these groups help to spread the usage of Esperanto across different countries and continents, enabling individuals with diverse linguistic backgrounds to connect and collaborate on a global scale. Unfortunately, interest in the use of Esperanto by theosophical groups more or less died out in the 1930s. However, the theosophical movement's adoption of Esperanto in the early 20th century demonstrates a commitment to fostering international understanding and cooperation, making it a noteworthy contributor to the history of this constructed language. The history of the Esperanto language is an intriguing tale of linguistic innovation, cultural interplay, and the quest for global communication. Developed in the late 19th century by Polish ophthalmologist Ludwik Legier Zamenhof, 1859 to 1917, Esperanto was intended to transcend language barriers and foster harmony among people from diverse linguistic backgrounds. Esperanto's genesis can be traced back to the multicultural city of Białystok, located in present-day Poland. Born out of Zamenhof's experiences growing up in a multi-ethnic environment, Esperanto emerged as a response to the linguistic and cultural discord he observed. In 1887, Zamenhof published the first Esperanto textbook titled Unua Libro, introducing a language that aimed to be neutral, easy to learn, and devoid of discriminatory elements. Following its creation, Esperanto gained momentum as an international auxiliary language through the efforts of dedicated proponents. In the early 20th century, numerous Esperanto congresses were organised, allowing enthusiastic speakers to gather and exchange ideas. The language's development was facilitated by a dedicated community of learners and speakers who contributed to its vocabulary expansion, grammar refinement, and cultural enrichment. During this period, Esperanto also found advocates among intellectuals, artists, and pacifists who recognised its potential to promote peaceful dialogue and understanding among nations. Esperanto faced significant challenges during periods of political turmoil and opposition from authoritarian regimes. Dictatorships and nationalist movements perceived the language as a threat to their hegemony, leading to its suppression in several countries. However, the resilience and determination of Esperanto speakers ensured its survival even in the face of adversity. Following World War II, Esperanto experienced a resurgence with the establishment of various international organisations promoting its study and use. Today, numerous Esperanto speakers continue to champion the language and foster its growth in an increasingly connected world. One of the most remarkable aspects of Esperanto lies in its ability to bridge linguistic and cultural divides. Its simplified grammar, regular structure, and absence of irregular verb conjugations make it a relatively easy language to learn, thereby enabling speakers from diverse backgrounds to communicate effectively. The language has facilitated international friendships, cultural exchange, and collaborations in fields such as science, literature, and music. Through Esperanto, individuals have been able to transcend national borders and forge connections that would otherwise have been hindered by linguistic barriers. Today, Esperanto has a dedicated and passionate community that spans across different countries and cultures, with around 2 million able to speak or understand the language. Esperanto has gained popularity over the years, particularly among individuals interested in international communication, language learning, and cultural exchange. Additionally, Esperanto has a presence in various online platforms where enthusiasts can connect, practice, and further promote the language. While it may not be as widely spoken as major world languages, Esperanto continues to thrive as a unique linguistic phenomenon with a committed community behind it. As with any linguistic innovation, Esperanto has not been without its share of criticism and controversies. Critics argue that its vocabulary lacks the richness and subtleties found in natural languages, claiming that it may undermine linguistic diversity. Furthermore, concerns have been raised regarding the practicality of Esperanto as a global lingua franca, given the prevailing dominance of major world languages. The history of the Esperanto language serves as a testament to humanity's enduring aspiration for effective global communication. Its development, survival, and ongoing relevance symbolise the power of linguistic innovation and the tenacity of a community united by a shared vision. While Esperanto has never achieved universal adoption, its impact can be felt through the relationships it has fostered, the cultural understanding it has promoted, and the hope it continues to inspire.